Hello people, welcome back to our channel ENSHUAE for some new stories. We were listening to the story Last Hot Chocolate. A story about two childhood best buddies who were going to meet after a long time. But the things didn't go the way they should have been. Disappointment and sadness was obvious. Also, when you get to hear that your best friend has also a bestie, but obviously that is not you, hurts a lot. Let us see how everything ends.
Roma, join us. I want to introduce you with someone. Come. Roy and Ame were calling Roma. Meet Shub. He has started blogging few days before. He wants to be a food blogger. So he wanted to meet you.
But I'm not a food...
Yes, he knows, but if you can give him some tips. Roy said. And Roma briefed him as much knowledge she possessed and imparted anything else she received today. The party was over, but the private party after was still pending.
Roy, I'm going. I'm tired. You both enjoy. I'm not attending.
Roma told Roy. But you have to stay, Roy said. I'm asking again what happened at the meeting. You are lost since then. Amir teased. Roma gave him a look. Roy meddled in between. Okay, you two. Fine, you can go. You would drive home or we should drop you.
I will drive.
Roma left the place and drove back home. She was sitting in front of the dressing table, staring at the mirror and removing her jewelry and makeup. So tell me about your family. How is everything going?
Amir, he's doing good.
Roma was thinking again.
Today, we talked about how her family was doing or how my life was going or how her was going. Earlier, our talks involved us and the things surrounding us. Today, we talked about things of our lives and us living in between. We used to talk about others, everyone does, and we even did today whenever she could be free from her precious device. The talks were there. In between was the gap of not having anything in common except our friendship. That too had passed long before, which translated into pauses and silence evenly in the conversations. We did remember past events. They were overwhelming, but their bliss was short-lived, curtailed by the near past events in Zoya's life. Her present seems to be very interesting. Far past was very far away, blurred in the vision, but the same blur that often long stares causes eventually. We were talking, or she was talking and I was staring. But we talked. It was not as bad as Amir thinks and thought that it would be, but it lost the essence. The sober essence evinced in the dazzles of the flashy screens of a mobile phone, and her joyous stories took away the last scene. I don't know. It was all good. It can't be called completely bad. It was nothing like that she was completely indifferent to me, but still, I don't know. Whatever. It just makes me question the older days same way as Amir's did. No, I can't. I know it was true, honestly honest. That time it was truly honest and we both were honest with our feelings towards us and our friendship. So what if it changed over these years? We didn't know that this would happen. And the time was not in our control. The feeling back then was innocent. And we lived our friendship with utmost sincerity and with so much love. And that is what matters. Living in the moment, being honest in the moment at the time. Coming time might be different and most innocent true feelings can vanish with time, making past time appear false. But you know it. It was true. True to your heart and memories deeply cherished somewhere.
Roma snugged inside the blanket, smiling and remembering the old stories and the stories of today's meeting, all neatly arranged to be told tomorrow to Amir.
Zoya, I have to go to a party thrown by Roy, Amir's friend, for their success at some business deal they had, so I think I should leave.
But you didn't like parties a lot. You actually quite didn't like the idea of it. I always dragged you, nagging you to come, and after which you always agreed and we used to have so much fun. Are you sure you want to leave? I can buy you chocolates. I remember that. I still owe you one, and last time you paid for us before you had to leave the city for your further education.
You still remember?
Yes, of course I do. Why won't I? In fact, before you came, I was just remembering every moment that we spent. They were wonderful, but my incapability of expressing my emotions. And also I just got busy in my blog.
You seriously did?
Of course.
Even I.
They both smiled. And in the meantime, they reached outside the restaurant. So, are you going? She said, sighing.
Yes.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Roma started walking. Soya beckoned from behind. Roma? Roma turned. Stop for a second. Zoya ran towards Roma. I don't know how to say this, and I don't know how this went, but I hope that we meet again. I want to know you, everything about you. Again. Zoya smiled. Roma was gazing her in astonishment, mixed with happiness. Nodding her head, she said,
Of course, me too.
Zoya hugged her. She looked in Roma's eyes. I want to tell a lot many stories and want to know a lot many more. Roma only smiled.
Of course.
Bye. Roma crossed the road and turned back to see Zoya. Roma waved at her and Zoya followed. They both left, waving at each other.
A new beginning to the old friendship. Share the story with those people in your life to whom you are not able to give enough time. Please subscribe to our channel for more stories like these. Hit the like button, comment down below your views and thoughts. See you guys next Sunday. Till then, stay healthy, stay safe. We are ENSHUAE. Do not forget the name.